Good morning, students. As you know, we are doing the chapter small business, and today we will learn what is the meaning of small business and how is it important in developing country like India. Student, small scale industry exists in every country of the world. But in developing country like India, small scale industries occupy a special place as there is scarcity of capital and abundance of labor, and small scale enterprises use labor intensive or capital saving techniques. As you know, India is a land of agriculture, or we can say, if you want to see the real India, you will have to go in the villages, because India is, as you know, agriculture country. So here uh, people are not so rich as the people in the European country. So the scarcity of capital is too much in developing country like India, and in this situation small scale industry becomes very important in India also and every developing country. Okay, now you will have to understand, immediately after independence, small scale industry was defined by Industries Development and Regulation Act 1951. Before 1951, there was no act, and the traditional traditional types of business are flourishing at that time. But our Indian government after 1951 tries to give a rise to small scale industry. Any enterprise which employs not more than 50% when using power and 100 men not using power and with capital assets not exceeding 5 lakh. It was the rule of small scale industries when this act was passed in 1951. Later on in 1959, 1960, 1966, 1975, 1980 and 1990, the definition was revised. Recently, the new amendment was made and MSMED Act 2020 was passed. According to this new definition, the small scale industry is classified into these three category. You can understand, the first one is micro, and second one is small, and third one is medium. What is the difference between micro, small and medium industry? If any industry invest the capital less than 1 crore, not only this, its turnover is less than 5 crore. According to new amendment, micro industries are those industry in which the capital is less than 1 crore invested, and its turnover is less than 5 crore. Then that industry will be called micro industry. Now we will see about a small scale industry. Small scale industry are those industry in which the capital investment is less than 10 crore and turnover is less than 50 crore. And we can say more than 1 crore and less than 10 crore investment if is there in the any industry, that industry will be called a small scale industry. And their sale more than 5 crore and less than 50 crore, if their turnover is at that time, that industry will be called small scale industry. And medium industry, if the capital is invested in any industry more than 10 crore and less than 20 crore, less than 20 crore capital is invested in any industry, that industry will be called medium industry. And not only only this, but its sale is also important, its turnover is also important. If the turnover is more than 50 crore but less than 100 crore, at that time that industry is called medium industry, means medium scale industry. So this is the classification according to new definition of 2020. Now, I think you have understood what is the meaning of the small, micro and medium industry according to new definition and classification you have understood. Now we will understand what is the role of small business in rural India. Students, as you know, India is a land of agriculture. Many villages are here and the people are not so rich. And in any business, the capital is invested and when the business structure is stood. And after that, the people are required to do the business activities. Means any entrepreneur needs some people who will help in the business activity, in the business work. It means the employment generates at that time employment, these industry generates the employment. Small scale industries are labor intensive. There is too much labor in the small scale industry, so they provide additional employment to men and women. Next to agriculture, as we are talking about the agriculture, small business constitutes the most popular occupation of people of India. They also provide employment to agriculturalists, the person who do the business of work of agriculture, who remains idle during a part of year. Students, growing crop is very important for everybody, but this work of agriculture does not continue the whole year. There is some idle period also, and at that ideal time, people also becomes idle because they have no work to do at that time. If they use their time in working in a small scale or micro or medium scale industry, means we can say in a small scale industry, at that time they will earn the money and they can utilize their work, their idle time in earning the money. So it is very important for the people to work in the small scale industry to earn the money, and they can change their life and they can utilize their time also. Now second point is, you are seeing, improves economic condition. When in their ideal time people start working in the industries, and at that time they begin to earn the money. When they begin to earn the money, their economic condition becomes better, and when their economic condition becomes better, the happiness comes to their homes. By providing employment opportunities, the small scale industry provide more income to people living in rural areas, which improves economic conditions in the villages. The next is promotion of artistic and creative sense. Small business set up in rural area provides a scope for the promotion of artistic achievement and creativity that has been suppressed in the rural area. In rural area, some people are too much artistic. They do the work, they do different type of work, like making things like fan, many things, baskets and many designs, mats, different work they know, but their artistic and innovation is suppressed in that place only, because there is not any type of awareness where they can take their goods and they can earn the money. They don't know. If there is any small scale industry, they can take their goods, they can take their artistic work to their to there, and the people who are handling the small scale industry, they begin to purchase their things and they will provide the money at that time. So the village people get interested to make these type of things more than ever, and after that they started to earn the money. The next point is rural development. As you know, small scale industries set up in rural areas leads to their development, which may result in rural reconstruction, sustained growth and removal of regional disparity. The village people feels too much difficulty to go out of their area. If they want to earn their living, they will have to go somewhere. At that time they separated from their family, and not only this, because in their village there is no development. When any industry comes to their places, their different type of development begin to start and begin to happen. Not only this, sustain growth and removal of regional disparity. So they start working in their own area. The last point is mobilization of local resources. Small scale industries facilitate mobilization and utilization of local resources which might otherwise remain unutilized. This helps in tapping resources like entrepreneur, skill and small saving, especially in rural area. Students, when any entrepreneur sees that there are different type of resources that are not used for a long time, and whenever an entrepreneur starts working there, they use not only the manpower but also there some natural resources, and they start utilizing those resources, whether it is human resources, whether it is natural resources. When they utilize these things, then it will a great help, it will a great source of development in that area. So students, I think you have understood what is a small business according to new definition, and what is the classification of the small business, and what how much important small business in rural India. Okay, till then, thank you, stay home, stay safe.